Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To testify in favor of the bill.
Good lady has the floor to debate the bill.
I'd like to speak so my citizens in my district understand what we're talking about here, because there's a lot of terms being thrown out, and I'm hearing maintenance and omnibus bills and base budgets, and I'm going to let you know what I think of what's going on. So in the past and up to this point, we've had big bloated budgets. They've been all or nothing. Every single want of an agency, every single need of an agency was all put into one budget. This is the first time since I've been here in 10 years that we're actually going to at least take that one big budget and turn it into two. And we can put it into two categories. What does the agency need and what does the agency want? And that's going to come in two packets this time. So obviously, I would guess that everyone in this body is going to vote yes on everything the agency needs, because we want agencies, we want government to be able to function. But then when it comes to the wants, what's different about this budget and all these terms are just trying to, in my opinion, just confuse people. But what this second budget comes through is, here's some wants. What it allows is it allows us as a body to look at these line items. So we can say, okay, this agency wants 100 new vehicles. Do we think that's reasonable or not? And we can look down and say, well, maybe we think that they could do it with 90 vehicles. And so we can make those kinds of decisions with this new process. So by voting yes on this, you're going to be able to look at some of those other things and assess them as a body. And we can say, is this really something government needs? Or is it something we think government needs? Or do our people need this? The way we've been doing it, every single budget passes every year. And we never get to look, as was mentioned, under the hood. We never get to see all the line items. It's all or nothing. And as we know, if you don't like one little line item, you don't like the fact that we're going to provide an agency with 100 vehicles because you know they're sitting on 100 that they're not using, there's no way to take that out without voting no on the entire budget. And we want to be able to make good decisions with how the money is spent. And that's what this new process allows. Another thing I want to mention that was mentioned to me, it just kind of explains it. Every agency wants new stuff. We all like to get our new cell phones and update our clothing and all that, but maybe that's not necessary every year for every agency. And so what this new process does and what this bill allows is you to be able to, us as legislators, to look at, do they really need a new system this year? If they only have 50,000 miles on their car, do we really need to upgrade to a brand new car with 20 miles on it? Maybe not. This process will allow us to make these kinds of decisions as a body. Before this, we could not do this. We could not make these kinds of decisions. A lot of the process, because it was so hard to navigate, this is going to simplify it so we can make true decisions. And so I just don't want people to be confused. This will be more transparency for Idaho citizens. It will be more opportunities to slow down the growth of government. I don't think we'll ever stop the growth of government, but we will be able to slow it down a little bit with this new process. So I urge you to vote yes on this, and let's get back to transparency in government.